Should show a little.
Yeah, little red dot.
Okay, now that our voice. All right, this is the 87 Porsche Carrera Cabriolet that I purchased from a gentleman here in our little community. He was desperate to sell, not desperate, but he wanted to sell it because he had located a truck that he desperately wanted to buy, and he realized that after 19 plus years and driving the car, you know, not that much, especially since he moved to this community, he just realized that the car was just sitting, and so he put it in a little local communication, put it up for sale. I saw it. I said, man, that is like a really nice car. And I went to look at it and drive it. The thing drove perfect. And I think I told him, I did tell him, I said, man, I think this car is too nice for me. You know, this thing is like just about physically perfect. Mechanically, it's in great shape. And he said, no, he said, I'm going to sell it. I said, well, you should put this car on Bring a Trailer. I said, you know, people that love these cars, they look at Bring a Trailer and look for these kind of cars. He says, nah. He says, I don't want to be bothered. He says, I don't like doing that. So, you know, my fear would be that he would like end up trading it in at a dealer to get his truck. So I figured, okay, how wrong can you go with one of these cars? Especially it has like 80,220 miles, I think, when I bought it. It's on the title, 226. I mean, it's like super low miles. And so I bought it, thinking that, oh, well, you know, my wife is a convertible person, so she might like it. You know, and then we'll sell her Z4 and keep this, because how many cars can you buy that won't go down in value? So anyway, I bought the car. My wife drove it, and she said it drove very nice, but she likes her Z4, you know. So, and it's going to be, you know, convertible is her car. So she decided, nope, I like my Z4. I don't want to sell it. So this car will go to some person in the BAT community who can appreciate what it is and enjoy it, because this car is definitely in beautiful shape. I mean, the previous owner replaced the top, and he replaced it, you know, a while ago, but it's like virtually brand new. I don't think this car ever sat out in the sun. The rear plastic is perfect. The paint is all original, except he did say that he had the hood repainted, and he also had the stone guard underneath here repainted. I mean, you can see a couple little chips and nicks here. This was not repainted. So, you know, he repainted those items because they had some chips that he wanted to get rid of. So, and they did a superior color match on the hood and on the stone guard. I mean, it's a perfect match. So both headlights have been replaced. The other ones were you know, getting kind of cloudy on the reflector inside. The previous owner replaced the passenger side one. I replaced the driver's side one because I wanted them both to match and both be perfect. So those have been replaced. Like I said, the previous owner did the top. He also did the seat bottoms. And he did the seat back on the driver's seat. The seat back on the passenger seat is original. Both seat uppers are original, I believe. I mean, they look to be original and in great shape. All the rubbers, the weather stripping, the inside of the convertible top is all perfect. dashboard, I don't know if you can see it, the windshield, I'm pretty sure is not original because it's in too good a shape. It's virtually perfect. And you know, it's got a couple, I think that's just a bug. Yeah, that's like a little bug mark there. But it's in very nice shape. There's hardly any, you know, hardly any little nicks or scratches. It's a Sigla windshield, so I'm pretty sure that's not the original windshield. But all the rest of the glass is original. Power door locks, central locking, air conditioning that works. It has been converted to the R134A, and it was evacuated and recharged when he was getting the car ready to put up for sale, when the previous owner was. So all that's been done. The one thing I didn't like about the car was he had a I think a Pioneer stereo in the car, and it was terrible. The sound was just, I mean, and he spent like $639, $669 to put the speakers and that stereo in, but it just sounded terrible. So I bought a Blaupunkt Bremen SQR 46 DAB. And what this is, it's a retro style, but it's a modern radio. It's got Bluetooth, it's got UBS, it has got the SD cards. You lift up this little deal, SD cards, UBS, headphone, I guess that is, and then also has some external inputs down here. If you wanted to run lines to the back seat, you could do that with the UBS. But the sound of this radio, I mean, I'm not going to try to do it over the GoPro because nothing sounds good, you know, usually over a GoPro or a telephone, but the difference in sound is like unbelievable. This thing has like an incredible sound now in this car. So the speakers were really good, but the stereo that he had in it was terrible, so I replaced it. This one is much better. You can see right now 80,321 miles. I've done some driving in it to you know, to make sure everything's fine. All the gauges work. So and it does have AC, as I mentioned, and that works. Cruise control, it has all the components, but I couldn't get it to work. So maybe one of the components is bad, but the cruise control, which is this lever here, I couldn't get it to engage. I think I was doing it right, I'm not sure, but all the components are there. The module is, the cruise control module is under here. Of course, it has the cable connector control in the engine compartment. That's all there. So probably just either a bad unit, one of those units, or I'm not doing something right. But everything else works as it should. The windows work, headlights, flashers, turn signals, all good. I can't think of anything else. Before he put this up for sale, he did also put a new what is it, the DME, the control, the brain box. He put a new brain box in the car with the new also the new little control that goes right next to it, the relay, the DME relay, and the actual DME box he replaced. So those are brand new. Like I said, he evacuated the AC, did that. Some of the things that I did was replace this kick panel. I mean, it looked okay, but it didn't seem to be the correct one. So I replaced that. Like I said, I replaced the driver's side headlight. He replaced the struts on the engine compartment. So the struts are new. Now, I did replace the alternator shroud. This is cast aluminum. It's kind of nice too because they polished the lip and the inside surface on it. The original one, they're made out of magnesium. And when people tend to over tighten these hold down straps, that magnesium starts to crack, and that's what was going on with the original one. It was cracking, and I didn't want to sell the car. I mean, you know, everything was still working and still in there, but I did not want to sell the car with a cracked housing. So I got this, the cast aluminum, super strong, will not warp under tightening, and looks very nice. So I did replace that. Other than that, I mean, I checked the AC charge, which was good. Checked the air cleaner. It looks like that was brand new too. Oh, and he also replaced one of the axles. I think the passenger side axle, he replaced that, and he rebuilt the rear passenger caliper. That was also rebuilt. Pads in back look like all the rotors look new. Pads in back are 50%. The pads in front look like they're brand new. I mean, this is just a beautiful example of this year car. I mean, it's, you know, everything about it is like very nice. I don't know if you can see the inside, but I have pictures of it. The inside is nice, and of course the compartment in here is also very nice. And I did some cleanup in here. I mean, it was good, but I wanted to make it look like really good. So I did all that. Spare tires in there, tank, the blower. I took it out, cleaned it, made sure it was operating correctly. It was. I actually made a new base for it. The other one was cracked. I didn't like that, so I manufactured a new base and tied it down. Everything else was in really nice shape. I mean, and you'll see from the pictures I've taken that this car was like clean. I don't think it spent hardly any time outside. So whoever gets this car is going to get a superior example of a 1987 Carrera Cabriolet, and this one has a pretty unique color too. This is not your typical Guards red. This is Carmine. So that's what Porsche calls it, Carmine. It's almost like a little kind of a corally type of red, but it's a pretty color, and the car looks great. So happy bidding. I hope it goes to a good home. Unfortunately, my wife likes her Z4 better. That's become her car, so this one is going to a new home, and hopefully a happy buyer will get it and take care of it and enjoy it. It's a good car. All right, thanks for looking.